Hey guys, sorry for not being able to upload for so long. It's just been school and inconveniences and things like that. So, I really apologize, and I'm gonna start trying to get an upload. So let's just go right in. This is gonna be a battle versus someone that goes by the name of Stohked. I had a BO battle. It just went really well. I liked how it went, so I'm just gonna upload it. This is probably gonna be the way I have to upload for a while. So. It's going to be versus a casual sandstorm team. I'm just going to set up spikes the first turn because it's my best option, and not going for a Giga Drain first turn means I risk not having as many spikes up as I would like. And with the combination of Donphan and Rose Raid, this is automatically a easier time for me because I see he has no spinner and I do have Donphan as myself. So that automatically means that mine are up to stay, and he automatically loses out once I get my Donphan in for free or any type of situation that I can take a hit. So he's going to send in his Flygon, and this is not bad, even though it does happen to be a mix set. I expected it to be more of a physical. That's why I make this play and go straight to Donphan. And on the switch-in that I do make, as you'll see in a few seconds, I will be losing about half of my health to a Fire Blast, but not too bad, because as long as I can preserve Donphan in any way possible, I will have this match easier, because rocks, even though they don't hinder too many of my Pokemon, the minus 13% I do believe is just not something I'm willing to take right up off the bat. So I'm just gonna go for an Ice Shard right here. So yeah, it's the best move I can do, because I am able to spot one more Fire Blast, but a Draco Meteor might be coming, and it's not something I want to take. But he actually decides to go for another Fire Blast, but unfortunately he will miss, as you'll see here. And it leaves me in a high amount of health, and seeing as he's running Sandstorm over Hail or anything, I'll just be gaining health and not being hindered by the Sandstorm itself. So I'm just going to kill it off with an Ice Shard. That's one threat out of the way. I could probably handle it with Snorlax, but it turned out fine for me, fortunately. So he's going to send out the Hippowdon once again, and I can use this as opportunity to set up Stealth Rock, which I do, and the next turn I'm going to Rapid Spin, because I could probably bait him into going Stealth Rock again and then get a free switch into my Rose Raid. Then I'll be able to take him out with Giga Drains, because unfortunately Leaf Storm is not available for a Spike set. So now that I have the Rapid Spin off, I'm in a good position that I can just switch freely into my Rose Raid, and being that EQ on a physically defensive wall, Hippowdon only does 55% to a Rose Raid, I am in a good position, because even with the recovery that I get from Giga Drain, he will not be able to OHKO me or even 2-hit KO me after I get the Giga Drains off, meaning that I'm faster. I'm not worried about getting more spikes up at this point, because I have enough damage output on everything, including my Pokemon themselves. So I am in an okay position just to keep all the spikes that I have up, and try to keep him up for as long as possible, though he doesn't have anything that can actually get them off, so it's okay. So basically I'm just going to keep Giga Draining until he's dead, but it's actually going to make a switch into his Rotom, and it's going to do, by the amount you see it's going to do, it automatically tells me that it is a Trick Scarfer. So I'm going to make a switch directly into my Scarf Chandelure, because if he goes for a Trick, I'm most likely going to get either Specs, I should say, or a Scarf. So that's very amazing to get on my Chandelure, because it's either going to be able to hit much harder or it's going to be hit faster. So I'm going to gain a Choice Scarf, actually, and I'm still in a good position as long as he doesn't have a Shadow Ball, which he apparently does, actually. And it's very unfortunate, but it is going to do a lot. But being that I did clear of Stealth Rocks, I should be okay for the next amount. And I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball myself, and with a critical hit, that is going to be able to take him down. I'm not exactly sure if that mattered. I do believe so, but oh well. So he's going to send in his Nidoking at this point. I'm guessing it's Scarf as well, but I'm not exactly sure, because running two Scarfers on the same team is a bit of a weird thing to do. So I'm going to make a safe play and go straight to my Snorlax to take an Earth Power, and that's only not going to do much, because Snorlax is my premier special wall, and it really is a very, very it's a very nice poke to use, and it's probably one of my favorite pokes out there. So he's going to go into his, what is it called, Stoutland. Unfortunately for him, I actually do go for a Whirlwind, and that's just going to get more damage up on any poke, such as the Milotic that is coming in. So he is not the best position. It's good that a Sleep Talk Snorlax is very uncommon these days, mostly being seen by a either Choice Band or Curslax being the most popular. So this subtlety that Snorlax provides is very useful, and so I'm being able to whirlwind all these Pokemon, being able to rest up and sleep talk as I wish, but unfortunately throughout this match I do not make the greatest choices of when to sleep and when not to. So I'm going to take this as an opportunity to get a free switch into my Scavalier just to take frustration, but unfortunately he does get a critical hit, and that's going to prevent me from escaping a 3-hit KO. So I'm going to take that, and unfortunately at this turn I'm also going to miss the Mega Horn, so that means I'm not going to be able to take this out. The reason I went for Mega Horn over Iron Head is to make a safe play as long as he wants to switch into his Milotic to take Iron Head, so I'd be in a much better position overall, but that did cost me my Escavalier, but I do have a Hitmontop to back it up as a secondary check, I should say, so I'm going to use a Fake Out Mach Punch combo, and that will be able to take out this Stoutland. So that's fortunate, but this clears out the biggest threat on any sand team. Usually this is the reason why they run sand teams, basically. So now that that's gone, his main objective for sweeping is basically out of the door, and I'm going to have a much easier time of ruining things. And luckily with all the spikes and hazards I have up already, he will be in KO range for this Hippowdon to get KO'd with a close combat, fortunately. So that is a dead Hippowdon. Luckily, I'm looking very good. Unfortunately, I do get the Spit F drop and the defense drop from the close combat, so I'm going to want to switch out because I'm not trusting that I can take on this Pokemon straight from the start, and I do have Snorlax, which is the all-around safer move, and I can just whirlwind if needed. He only has 2 Pokemon left, even though the counter on his side shows that he has 3. I don't exactly know why it does that, but I'm not complaining. So I'm just gonna whirlwind here because I do not want to have to deal with this, I do believe, and he's gonna get sent into his Nidoking, and which happens. No, I go for a Body Slam. I'm sorry. So it's actually fortunate that he doesn't get the paralyzation, which does come into play much later. Well, not much later, just a bit more later. So I'm actually going to go for a Whirlwind here because I do not want to have to take him on because I don't really feel like all this stallish type thing. So I'm just going to send his Nidoking back in. So it's going to be taking a bit from Stealth Rocks and Spikes as it is, so he's at about half, and I'm just going to let my Snorlax die here because I forgot to rest on a proper turn, so he's going to die to a Ice Beam, unfortunately, but being that he does not have Rocks up anymore, I can get a safe switch into my Chandelure, and hopefully outspeed since I am Scarf, but unfortunately, he is running a 2 Scarf Pokemon set, so Pokemon team, I should say. So that will cost me my Chandelure, but it doesn't really matter since it wasn't too useful. I could have used it to take down the Milotic as a last cause because I am running Energy Ball, but I'm just going to use him on top at the moment for a Fake Out Sucker Punch combo because the Mach Punch might not KO, and I'm not worried about him figuring out that a Sucker Punch is coming and predicting it. So I'm in a good position just to go for a Sucker Punch, and that was easily going to KO from this range, but even though it is not Technician boosted as far as I know because it has an 80 base power. So he is going to send out his last Pokemon, which happens to be Milotic, and I'm just going to stay in and basically let Hitmontop die for what it is. And I could have gone for a Mach Punch at this point, but I didn't know whether it would KO or not, so I'm just going to go for a safe close combat, which does happen to be the better move so far because it does bring it down to 10 less than when it started, and it does secure more of a safer Mach Punch and a KO, being that the Sandstorm doesn't affect it, and Leftovers just neutralizes it. So I'm going to go for a Mach Punch, and that is going to be a good game. Stoked. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. That will cost me my Hitmontop, so have a nice day. I'll see you whenever I can. So, yeah. So, bye.